guys, so it's me again. So for today's video, I have the actually really exciting thing to talk about, surprisingly for the first time. So I'm going to do a review of the play I went to see called Backbeat. Hopefully it's a good review, hope you guys like it. So on Sunday actually, I went to see a play called Backbeat. It is, as you can tell by the title, it's the play about the Beatles' time in Hamburg. So I went to see it on Sunday. It was really, oh my god, it's so good. I would consider you to see it, but there's only like 2 more weeks left in the play, so if you're willing to get tickets between that time, you can go, that's fine. But I mean, I don't know who's gonna get tickets in 2 weeks, so that's kind of awkward and stuff. But yeah, I went to see it, and it was surprisingly really good. I didn't think they were going to do that good of a job with it, only because, I mean, musicals are good, but it depends how you do it, and especially with the Beatles, because you have to be really specific with them, but I thought this was well done, because I already saw the movie. I didn't like the movie as much as I liked the play. The play, I think, is one of my favorites now, because it was so good. So good. So basically the play takes time around the time when they were in Hamburg, you know, with Stu. And it mainly focuses on Stu, but also mainly focuses on the band and how they got to record like My Bonnie and how they how Stewart died. So it goes through the whole thing, you know, from when they first went to Hamburg and then to when Stu dies is when I think the play ends. But it was really good. The actors were great, I think. They were really good only because the authenticity of it, like, what I mean by that is, like, it was really realistic because they mainly, like, swore a lot of cruel English words, you know, and it was really funny. Like, they added a bit of comedy to it, and I thought it was really funny because John, the guy who played John, I was surprised. He did such a good job. He sounded like him, he did all his mannerisms, like, he talked like him even, like, he was just amazing, you know. And I thought that the actors were well done. They all sounded like them and sang like them because in this play, they play their own instruments, so it was really good. And I really liked John in this one because I feel like he did him justice, the actor. I don't know who the actor was because I didn't get a playbill because I was too stubborn to get one because we came at like 12:43 and the play started at 1, so we kind of had to go take our seats. But yeah, I don't know who played him. I might have to look him up, but I really liked him. He did a really good job with John because I'm a real big John fan, and you know, it's kind of hard to find people that would play your idols like so well, you know? So yeah, I was really happy with John, surprisingly. And okay, my camera is malfunctioning. And so anyway, so besides John, they also had Stu, as you know, and Astrid, because they focus on Astrid too. And Stu, he did an okay job, but you know, no, you know, what am I saying? He did a great job. I thought he did fine for, you know, Stu, because, I mean, I don't really know how Stu was. I've never seen, like, any real footage of him, so I couldn't really, like, say, oh, the actor was good or not, but I'm guessing he did alright, because I like what he did. I like how we interacted with Astrid, like, Astrid's character, the love part, because it, like, I generally felt like the actor was, like, really, you know, like, really in love, and they did a good job. So Stu, and it mainly also focuses on Stu, and I think they did him justice. Personally, I think it was a great because, like, when he's falling in love with Astrid in the play at the beginning, you know, it was really authentic. Like, I could really tell that, you know, he was really caring for her and stuff. So I felt it was good. I felt they did Stu justice, but I mean, I don't know if any of you have seen the play. Please tell me, because I mean, I thought he did fine. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so Stu, I personally really liked. John, I really liked. Astrid, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought she was okay, but I feel like they could have gotten someone even better, only because I don't feel like Astrid really was like she was in the play, because in this one, her accent is way too obvious. Like, the chick that did the accent, you know, the German accent, she was, like, really obvious when it came to doing the German accent, so I was a little disappointed, but then I was like, okay, you know, it's a play, it's not gonna be perfect, but, she did all right. They got the haircut down and everything and the clothes, because I know she wore a lot of black, so the lady wore black a lot, and it was all right. One of the scenes that I wasn't particularly too happy with was when Astrid got to photograph them. And let me explain to this. Not that I don't like what happened, because I think those photographs are the best, but you know, the one where they're like, you know the one I'm talking about, right? Where they're like with Pete and stuff, and yeah, the black and white one's the one that Astrid took. Okay, so they did that scene, and basically, I'm pretty sure this, I don't know if it was a low budget play, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because they had really good, like, background stuff, so I'm pretty sure it wasn't a low budget, but I feel like they could have taken that scene and done so much more with it, because all they really did was have Astrid and the boys, and just kind of walking around the stage, and not really, like, using any props or nothing. They were just walked and posed. I feel like they could have done something even better, but I don't know. But what I did like about that scene was they had a projector, and they projected the images that Astrid took, and I thought that was really cool. I liked that scene a lot. And the one scene that I really enjoyed, which was like my favorite, and my friend's favorite too, because I took her to see it and she really liked it, was the scene where John and Paul are writing Love Me Do. This scene particularly is probably one of my favorites, because it's like, the scene first starts off with Paul, and he's like writing, you know, love me do, but the original phrase, I'm not sure if this is factually correct, but the original phrase was, please love me do, you know, it was like that, and he was like kind of telling the chick to love him, but like John, all of a sudden John comes in and he's like, what was that, you know, and he swears like, what was that shit, you know, and it was supposed to be really funny. It wasn't like in a mean way, he was saying it funny, and Paul's like, oh, I was writing a love song, you know, and then John's like, oh, love songs, that never happens, all guys and girls want to do is like, you know, have sex, and it was like really funny, and the crowd started laughing so hard, because you know how John is. And so then John suggested he do the please part, you know, but he's like, he's begging, you know, he's begging. So it was really, really funny. That scene had to have been my favorite one in the whole play, because, like, if you watched it, you'd understand. I'm probably not even explaining it that well, because it was hilarious, that scene. I died with that scene. That scene was really funny. And the other scene that I really liked was the one where, I know it's kind of inappropriate, but the one where George loses his virginity in Hamburg, it was, that scene was hilarious, because you know the story, like, he lost it, and then, like, the boys kind of stood outside the door, or I don't know, I think they were outside the door, and they kind of, like, made fun of him after, but in the play, they made fun of him, like, the whole night through, and it was really funny. So those are probably one of my favorites, because it was the one, it was like the more delightful scenes in the play, so I think those two were really my favorite. So overall, I'd give the play around like an 8 out of 10. But I forgot to mention also, the music was very good. They did all the 50s rock and roll songs, and what's good about this play was that they all played the instruments live, and that's great because I like when actors, you know, play their own instruments, so it was really good. So I'd rate it at an 8 out of 10. If it ever comes around your state, go watch it. If you're a Beatles fan, do yourself a favor and watch this, because it's really, really good. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. I will see you guys next week. Bye!